to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium, home to the East Carolina Pirates. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the East Carolina Pirates. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Pirates will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So BYU's offense will be first on the attack. And David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
And you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. And he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Biletnikoff Award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give to the back. Turning it on. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Categories.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The Cougars line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They got zero push up front, and they stopped them in the backfield. And here comes the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So East Carolina's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance.
Coming out aggressively. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Pirates, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Back to throw, it's Lacey. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Let's talk for a second about East Carolina. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Makes a grab past the marker. Open space at the 25. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. And the Pirates are moving quickly down the field. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it
got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. Getting set for the extra point effort, putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Shoots it to the left. Makes the catch. It's Duarte. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Snags it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Looking to the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Those linemen can get a little aggressive sometimes in pass pro, and it'll cost him. Touchdown off the board, and they'll back up 5. BYU lines up with a 1st and goal.
Sprint.
The give. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Sprint.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU. Fit it in the window for the score.
Categories.
Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. A strike downfield. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
What a great response by this defense. You give up the big play. What do? You respond right back. You get upfield, get to the quarterback, get the negative play, and get the momentum right back.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second.
Entering base model screen, you have 7 options. Over, double bracket.
This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down.
Spread.
Going with the ground game left. Hard running there. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Nice run. Great job by the running back. Making a cut. Getting north-south, getting some positive yards. Now setting up a 4th and short decision for you. What do you got on deck? What are you going to call?
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. Fires to the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Looking downfield, it's Lacy. Fires to the tight end. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field.
Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Pirates have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. On the move is the 30. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, East Carolina.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this, you hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, getting to the end zone. Nice run.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
There are 6 categories.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
On target over the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Hauls it in. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coach suggestions.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
It's complete to the left. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Cougars are on the move. That's caught. It's Duarte. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. He wants to throw it again. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. It's complete to the right. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Stevenson. There he goes. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. The Cougars had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. With the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled a 2-minute timeout. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. The exclamation point on that drive.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was good. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the 2nd. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They go to the ground. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Inside zone.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
And inside zone. Corner strike.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Lacey. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. quickly to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Entering.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, still going. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver, knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense set on first down. He's looking to pass. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Entering.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He's got him. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Pirates are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to throw on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Watkins. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is quick.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Double mug. There are 6 categories. You have 12 options. Cover 1 fully selected. Spread.
To the air. It's Bachmeier. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Entering play call. You have 7 options.
And the Cougars will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly.
Turning it on. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Pirates come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Hit as he throws. Wide open downfield. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it down first and goal. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. The big guy smells it. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. And the Pirates will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll run it from the gun. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Down to RPO.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Back to pass, it's Lacy. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, ECU! And that one will put him up here in the second half. These guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Entering play called. Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Entering play call.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short.
Spread.
From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Lacy. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. The Pirates come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Reynolds. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down, they've got it at the 40.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was
strong pass rush. Gets to the quarterback and they get him at the 46.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coach suggestions.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Quickly out to the tight end.
Entering play
they bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Snap it to the back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Cover 4 cons.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. That's the end of the period, and East Carolina has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic
Entering
fourth quarter
play off
finish.
from McNichol. Over. Double bracket.
After swapping ends in the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to pass, it's Bachmeier. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Verticals is selected.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Inside these
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Another incompletion on third down.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you repped all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem, and QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
On fourth down, going to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Watkins. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a short thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Double slant stick is selected.
Wants to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Watkins.
This offense is not letting up, guys. You've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Pirates come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Caught near the sticks. It's Reynolds. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Linebackers showing off a little bit of athletic ability, playing some man coverage. A lot of times those guys don't play this all the time, so you see them kind of get nervous and a lot of times get that pass interference or get a little bit handsy. Really nice job seeing the football, breaking on it, and swatting it to the ground.
Empty bunch wide. There are 21
Ball's at the
categories.
47. They're looking at a third down and short. Dropping back, it's Lacey. Fires to the big fella. Got room at the 35. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Pirates come to the line with a new set of downs. The give from the gun. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting first and 20. Finds a tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've already peeled more than 3 minutes off the clock on this drive as they stand over the ball on second down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pirates. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to TCU. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Spread.
To the air. It's Bachmeier. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Cougars want to crank the tempo.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Spread.
Now from inside the red zone. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cougars.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions.
He'll try to tack on categories. 1 more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
From a coach, counter, RPO, zone, returns, play, gun. FD inside.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Split slot open. There are 21 category from coach. Up sweep. RPO. Inside zone.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Enter inside.
And this situation here on second down is the
Lands
exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking.
Oh, he's got some space. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Entering play call.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
Finds his tight end. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their... The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, this defense, David, has had their hands full all game long. They've given up some big plays. They're obviously down here late. But how about creating that takeaway deep in their own end?
And this is what you work on, like these situations. I know I'm down. I need a turnover. I got to make something happen. Sometimes you give up bigger plays because you're trying to strip the football and make that happen. Nice job by the defense, executing perfectly. I got to get it back to my offense.
Breaks into the open. He's inside the 40. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
There are 6 categories.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Blitz 0 is selected. Spread.
He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
Double mug. There are 6 categories. You have 12 options. Dime, nickel, double bracket.
So now it's 2nd and long.
Spread. Audible.
Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. And that one's too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Now they'll run the draw. He's stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it, 1st down and more. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. He wants to throw it. Lets it fly. Into the end zone. He's got it. No time left on the clock. And they're down by 1.
You have 12 options.
Man, you did the hard part. What a drive, putting points together, getting 6. Now, what are you going to do? Decision time. Do you want to go for the win right now, go for the 2-point conversion, or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down the clock?
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset.
Entering weekly event summary screen. Entering. Guess. Enter. Play. Dynasty is. Load. Entering G5 Heisman Dynasty online save.